Hi, and welcome to TappyLinks.com. Today we're going to talk about the most important feature of the Tappy Links platform, which is the dynamic URL or the dynamic QR code. Now, when we say dynamic with a URL or a QR code, we mean you have the ability to change where that QR code lands, what the final destination link is, without ever changing the QR code. So if you print this QR code on a bunch of posters, bunch of business cards, or a bunch of products, and later decide to change the web address of that information, or your web host or anything makes you change that final destination, you can do that without nullifying the QR codes or the link that you printed everywhere. So dynamic QR codes, dynamic URLs are very, very important. And at tappylinks.com, you can create those for free. So we're already logged into our dashboard. You can get to your dashboard by creating an account at tappylinks.com for free. You can get up to 2 QR codes or links with almost all the features, and upgrades are inexpensive if you want to add to that. So over here on the right hand side, upper right, we're going to hit create. And here you can see all the many things you can do with the Tappy Links platform, but we're only going to focus on this dynamic URL. And once we're in here, we're going to enter a web address. For this purpose, I decided to use an Amazon link to a product, just because that's what a lot of our clients use. That's probably the most common redirect that we have on the Tappy Links platform today. So we hit next, and this brings us to the design page. So in here, the first thing you always want to do is change this URL if you want a different URL. Now, if you were just using this for pass-throughs for Amazon products, you might just leave it that way and keep creating more and just use that short URL that's there. That's totally fine. But if you do want to change it, you want to change it now, because this is what determines that QR code. So once you change this, that QR code will change. It's no longer dynamic. So to keep it dynamic, you want to change this to begin with right off the bat. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to call this Tappy65. Here we can select which domain we want it to be hooked to. Any of these 4 domains are available, and we'll be adding more domains later. Or you can add your own domain here. So we save this. We're doing Jiffy Nerds /Tappy65. This is now our dynamic URL link. So the URL we pasted in there, if anybody types this in or clicks on this, it will redirect to that other one. Meanwhile, if they scan this QR code, it's going to go to this page, which will redirect to the other. So that's why it's dynamic. When designing the QR code, we have a lot of features. You can change any of these. So you can go with a gradient QR code and really make this your own by selecting different colors and creating different things in here. It's really neat, the stuff that you can do with it. Or you can leave it just black. You can add an image in the background. You can do solid colors. You can do however you want. Gradient types, stop points, opacities. I mean, just play with these and learn what they're for, because there's just a lot you can do with it. Background color is another thing you can change here. So it's white by default, but you can change that to whatever you want. It's pretty freaking neat. And then we're going to come down. You can select the different modules. So these are actually how your QR code is going to look. So rather than little squares, you can go to circles, you can do stars, you can do any of these patterns. The finders, of course, are the square around here, and we just change that to an octagon. And then the finder dot is the inside part, so we can change that as well. And you can make these any of these shapes you want. Likewise, you can do the entire thing, make the entire QR code a unique, cool shape. So that's pretty cool. And you can play around with these and really have fun with it. There's so much that you can do. As we go down, you can add frames to it. You can do no frames. You can add logos into the middle of the mix. When you're using shapes, you want to be able to move the logos down out of the way. So right now, this is covering up more than 50% of the QR code. That's not actually going to scan. So what you need to do is move that, either change the logo size and shrink it down, which we can do pretty easily, or we can change the position of it. And if we do that, then it changes where on the screen it is. So we probably didn't want to do the horizontal one. We'll put that back in the middle, and then the vertical one will change. And so see there, we can actually put it on the watch band, and then it's not even in the QR code at all. One thing to note with these is that the QR code, even when you do shapes, the QR code is still this square. So as long as this square is visible, the logo can be as big as you want or be anywhere you want. That's not going to be a problem at all. As we go down, then you can add stickers that say scan me or whatever, and right here you can change that. So you can say scan here. Or whatever you want that to say. Drop shadow on or off. I don't know why that couldn't change the scan here part. That should have. Customizing your text in here, you can change a lot of different stuff with the text. So this is where you can change the text color, the background color, things like that, even the text size. So we'll go down. Maybe that's why it didn't fit, because it was a bigger item. I don't know. But we can change all that and really start editing with that. So when you go next, then you can give this a name, any name you want it to be. So this can be Amazon 12, whatever you have saved. When you want to download it, you can download it in any size you want, 4K being the biggest, of course, and 512 is a very small file. So the size that you download in will determine a lot. Close that, and it will take you back to your QR code list, and here is your QR code. From there, you can click on the stats. We do give a lot of stats on daily scans, hour of the day that it was scanned, operating systems used, countries it was from, device brands, cities. There's a lot of stats there, so play around with it, have fun with it, and as always, let us know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. You can get us at support@tappylinks.com. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoy the platform.